Okay, let's see if we have got anybody in. Let us see. Let me know if anybody's in there, guys. Just taking a quick call from Brian Shaw.
Yeah, what's up, brother?
Brian Shaw, so you're on live, mate. We're on live. I thought I'd just let you know that we had the ultimate piss take today from Mr. Oberst. He's not showing up for the live, son. You can't knock that.
Show up to the live.
Nope, he bottled it. Sir Edward came in. We sat here for 5 or 10 minutes. What about that? Oberst. Dear me.
Did you message him?
I've messaged him lots, mate. It was him that asked for Monday. So I'm going to have to clip his beard when I see him.
What is he thinking?
What a guy. Anyway, mate, I don't want to waste your time. I'm on live. I'll go and check in with these guys. Hopefully it's a piss take and he joins in a little while, but America 1, England 0.
Well, get him on there, man.
I'll get him, son. I'll get him. I'll keep ringing him. Keep ringing him. And you can. It's not all. You're only guy out there with professionalism, Brian. What's going on here? Bloody hell.
Yeah, apparently, man. I'm moving equipment, Neil. So,
dude, I've been watching your videos. I'm going to let you get on with it. I saw the boys and Kerry lumping in there. So listen, I'm live right now. I'll get back to these guys, but thanks for checking in, mate. Catch you soon.
All right, buddy.
Biggity bones. Bye bye. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you probably heard it there. I've just had to let Sir Edward Hall go because I don't want to waste his time. We sat here for 5 or 10 minutes. We waited for Robert Oberst. And for the second time, he didn't show up. Strong and pretty, but his timekeeping shitty. And he didn't show up. Ryan Trambley, that is the question, son. Where is Oberst? Come on, Robert. If you're sat at home laughing that big oily fuzzy beard right off your face, you thinking? We were waiting. Benji, you know we don't do live. I recorded this 8 weeks ago. That's right. How do I look? I've had 3 haircuts since then. How's everybody doing, guys? We got Victor in the chat with a spanner. Phil Woody's in the chat. And he's put, sound and video good. No way. This can't be one of my lives. What's going on? Benji Mac. Devastated, son. Devastated. We sat here. We waited. Sir Edward Hall was ready. He's still waiting. He said if Robert rings in, I'm ready to go. Shall we try Robert Oberst live again? Let's give him another shot. He's probably still in bed. Come on. Come on, Obi. Where are you at, son? Listen, guys, not going to stay on if Robert doesn't answer. We will endeavour to get him on here. Second time that he's cancelled. Cancelled on Friday. Something came up last minute. He did actually message for that. And today, no message, nothing. Just didn't show. Devastating news. Is this a nerves thing? Some mind games thing? What is this? Either way, Obi is a no-show. We had a brief call in from Brian Shaw. Eddie Hall was sat here for 5 or 10 minutes. But nothing from Oberst. And you can hear it ringing out. Dude ain't answering. Might be a little bit of mind games from Robert Oberst. He's definitely winning. Nope, no answer. No answer. Oberst. Robert Oberst. No answer. Look at that. You son of a bitch. Come on, Obi. The fuck is wrong with you, son? Where are you at? What time is it now in California? Let's have a look. I'm going to check in. We'll give him 5 or 10 minutes. Hope everybody's well and getting ready for this weekend. Robert Kelly, well, this is an embarrassment on behalf of Robert. I apologise. Mate, it's a shame. Second time he's binned us off. James, yeah, I used to like Obi. I do actually. I can't help it. I do like Obi. But he's a double no-show. The first ever double no-show is Robert Oberst. Anybody would think that I was the guy training his opponent to kick his ass. Anybody would think that was the case. Can I tell you? Andy Beckett, hope you're well. Out of tune, hope you're well. It's embarrassing. We're waiting. No Oberst, no show. Devastated. Checking all the messages, checking the email, no response. Come on, Robert. What are you doing, son? God damn it. But you know what? Put the phone down. Just, anybody's got any questions? Anybody's got anything that's come up, let me know, and I will answer what I can. And then I got to get my ass ready to go over to Colorado, USA, where, as you could hear, Mr. Shaw is setting up with the family. This is the week. Friday, it's time. Oberst, double no show. Robert, what are you doing? You watch this back on behalf of me and the rest of England town. What the are you doing? 10 a.m. It is now, apparently. I'm reliably informed by Benji Mac. 10 a.m. He's waking up. He's not up. French Reaper, what's happening to you, mate? What's happening to me has been stood up by Robert Oberst. So I've let Eddie Hall go. Eddie was here a moment ago. We had him on. He waited for sort of 5 minutes or a little more and then said, look, let me know if he comes in. Eddie's standing by his phone. But at the moment, Oberst is a no-show for the second time. Dallas Teeter probably could have got a better match for Eddie, talent and promotion-wise. I don't know, mate. Obi's a big dude, and he's a very talented lad. He's a real athlete. I do believe that Eddie's gonna deal with him. You never do know. He's a big boy, and we don't know who he's been training with. Really, we don't know how much work he's done. I understand it's a lot. We haven't got as much as we wanted with Ed just due to his fight commitments and so on. But Eddie's looking great. He's looking really solid. We're happy with Ed. I think Eddie's gonna be fine. I will be very surprised if Robert Oberst can deal with Eddie Hall this time around. I hope it's a good match, but I think Eddie's gonna be okay here. Ryan Trambley, Brian's gonna give Oberst shit. Dude, I'm gonna give Obi shit with this when I see him. We'll be like, mate, what are you doing? Google's most wanted frog. Obi for the win. Thanks, son. Clearly. Robert's mum there in the chat. Let's have a look. We want to see you arm wrestle Neil get back on the table. Dude, if I could, I would. I'm never going to be training hard for it again. I don't believe too many commitments with my peeps, with my boys. But you never do know. You never do know. Sebastian, I think Eddie will win. What's your honest take? Slim chance, fat chance. I think Eddie wins, mate. Sebastian, I think Eddie wins. I think he's got too much. I think he's too joined up. I think he's got too many options. And real the real difference between the two guys is just that. It's the amount of being that they look joined up on the table. Oberst looks like he's got a pretty solid top roll coming along. He also looks like he's quick, really quick actually, and he's moving very well. Can he deal with Eddie? We'll see. Put it this way: if he does, our hats will come off. Fair play to him. 7/8 Carlos, yeah, that Arm Gods guy wants to pull Neil. What you mean, Paul Maiden? Yeah, dude, wouldn't pull Maiden. Not interested. I'll pull the guy that beats Maiden. Whoever beats Maiden, I'll pull that dude. If he pulls against Pork Chop and Pork Chop beats him, I'll pull Pork Chop. How's that? If he pulls against Marvin Palmer, Marvin beats him, I'll pull Marvin Palmer. If he pulls against Mindaugas Dulskas and Mindaugas Dulskas beats him, I'll pull Mindaugas Dulskas. No problem. Let's have a look. Yeah, the insane DOC maybe taking sides is why he doesn't show up. Fair enough, mate. But To be honest, I'm definitely taking sides. I am training Eddie Hall, but this there wasn't any. There was no sort of bad feeling against Obi. We've got no issue with Obi. Uh, no, none at all. We're fans of the American Monster. Hope he does. Hope he does well. Good to get him in the sport. Do I believe he's going to lose the match? I do. Um, no guarantees in this game, is there? No guarantees, but it could be. I don't know why though, mate. If he wasn't going to show up, he just didn't send us a message and say, "Look, mate, I'm not going to show. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to come on there with yourself and Eddie as you've trained Eddie." Fair enough. Sam Carbonan, do you think a monster-sized strongman approaching middle age can ever beat the likes of Lamar within 5 years of relentless training? Depends on the individual, mate, and I think 5 to 7 years is a really viable time for people to get solid in the sport. Depends on the individual, depends on a lot of things. Arm wrestling is extremely diverse. There are some people with a tremendous amount of natural talent, some people with the right mental aptitude. We will see. I have high hopes for some of the guys that I'm working with now. I do have high hopes for Eddie. I do have high hopes for particularly Brian. Brian's extremely dedicated, really committed, focusing 100% on the sport. At the moment, Eddie is doing other things as well, and he's part-time arm wrestling. He's probably look at arm wrestling down the tracks, but not now as much. Whereas Mr. Shaw, 100% in. He's focused. I'm just going to get a throat sweet a little bit because I've got to keep myself in shape for this weekend. Let's have a look. Out of tune, yeah. I think it could be, mate. I think Robert might be taking a little bit of a piss and doing it on purpose. Marco GT, it's great having these strongmen coming over. And all great characters. There's some. I've heard a lot of people saying, that they don't think this card is East versus West level, and it may have dropped a little bit away from some of the Eastern European involvement. Would help that out a great deal. But I can tell you this, in terms of interest, for me, it's very interesting card. I'm emotionally invested in a number of these matches. I'm very much looking forward to Lawrence Shachley against Martins Lisis. I would expect that Lawrence has the advantage there. He's been arm wrestling a lot more. He's pretty fast twitch. He's a pretty twitchy guy. And he's coming on, making significant strides. Obviously, I want Lawrence to win, being the Brit. But Martins, what an athlete. What a phenomenal strength athlete that guy is. So again, having someone like Martins coming into the sport, incredibly, incredibly good. The benefit that all of these guys bring to the sport is amazing. Each one of them have a big following. A lot of people from significant strength sport background, a lot of fans who are pretty hardcore. It's the best thing ever, in my opinion. I love it. And I've really enjoyed doing the Titan House too. Really enjoyed it a great deal. It's been fantastic. Really fantastic fun to work with these guys. I mean, I think the second part came out last week or the Saturday this week. The first part was focused on Eddie Hall. The second part was focused on Brian Shaw. If you are a YouTube channel member of the Arm Wars channel, get over there and check those out because I think you'll learn a lot. I think it'll be beneficial for a lot of guys. I think it'll help you a great deal. Get over there and check them out. And working with all the athletes we have in the Titan House has been really rewarding. There's so much talent out there. I can tell you, I was at the official Strongman Games European Championships a couple of weeks ago. The reason we didn't have the fix was because of that. There is so much talent, not only in the open class, in the lighter classes as well. Unbelievable. I mean, Angelina Berva, my God. If she comes over to arm wrestling, there's another one. Oh my God. And the 80-kilo ladies, what a phenomenal athlete she is. And hands, wrists. Oh my God. Crazy potential. Victor, is Iron Bibi coming to the house anytime soon? Yes, Iron Bibi got badly injured. Playing football, I believe. I think he blew his Achilles. When he comes back, I'm in touch with Chek Sonu, that's Iron Bibi's name, and he does want to come over, and that will be amazing. Kirill Saryachev's another guy I'd love to get in there. Magnus Samuelsson, we've also been in contact with. And obviously, the Gym Reaper, Josh Baker. That will be mega as well. I believe he's got quite a left arm, so huge amount of potential out there. Let's have a look. Do you know when they're joining? Okay, so John Anonymous, if you're just joining, mate, you've missed the fun. We had Eddie Hall in at the start of the show. I had to let him go. And just before we went live, Robert Oberst has not shown up. So, yeah. Hafdiros, Colin Bryce, very strong lad. And when he was a young man, I think if he'd started arm wrestling at that time, he could have done something. He's very powerful. Probably needed to go down in weight because he's not a naturally big man. But yeah, I arm wrestled quite a bit with Colin. Very strong guy and did well with very little technique. So I'm sure if he dedicated himself and trained, he would have done just fine. He's a strong guy and he moved very well at the table. He was starting to get a nice little top roll going. Sure, he could have done well if he'd stayed with it, mate. Sebastian Sullivan. Maybe he's telling the truth. Maybe he's been wrecking his arm a few times a week. Well, this is a thing, mate. I have heard that he's been training his ass off. So if Oberst has been training his ass off, maybe we're in for a big match. And it could be interesting, but I don't see him running through Ed at all. I don't see him running through Ed. Ed is very, very, very fluid at the moment. He's moving really well. The last couple of weeks, he's done exceptionally well. Moved really good, moved really fluid, and in different positions. Press, hook, top roll. Yeah, he's got a few options now that he didn't have before. He can pull off the B side, which he couldn't before. Effectively, he was a little dangerous when he was on the B side. That isn't the case now. He looks really, really solid. So we're excited, mate. We are excited. Let's have a look what else we got. Neil, who would win between him and Darren? Winner fights Thor. Oh, you meaning Darren Sadler? Just clarify, mate. You mean Darren Sadler? So, you're talking Eddie versus Daz Sadler. Is that what you're looking at? Hafdiros, just let me know, mate, if that's what you are looking at. Darren has not trained for arm wrestling. So, if it's Darren Sadler, not trained at all. I've never been on the table with Daz Sadler at all. Super strong lad, Darren. Was a smaller man, you know. I mean, Darren 105 class could easily go 105. Yeah, Hafdiros seen that, mate. But so you're thinking Colin versus Darren? Okay, I would go for Colin over Darren because Colin knows a lot more about arm wrestling. Oh, thought that was going to be Robert Oberst. It is not Robert Oberst. So I've just had a note saying that I gave Oberst the wrong time. I did not give Oberst the wrong time. 6 p.m. GMT is the time that I gave him. So I have no clue what he's talking about. But there is a possibility that we can reconvene. What I may do is jump off here, guys, and see if I can reset the time. And if we can save it and try and get the guys on here, that's what I'm going to do. Ladies and gents, I'm going to drop the call. I'm going to try and reset something and see what we can do. Let me check that out. Biggity bong, mother fluffers. See you soon. Bye-bye.